The VA secretary talked about his number one concern right now, which did blow my mind. I did not know this.
Veterans.
Okay, the number two concern. You're right there. All right, the number two concern on the VA secretary's mind, the VA, this was just reported yesterday, brand new, the VA does not have any sort of HR accountability system that tells the VA who is where and what they do. So, for instance, when I was in the Marine Corps, squad leader, a section leader, Jason and I were both mortarmen in the Marine Corps. We didn't serve at the same time. Obviously, he's a lot older than me. Okay, that's a joke. But I can tell you, we had 9 dudes in my section. Any time of my 2 years of being a section leader, I can tell you who they were, what they liked, what they didn't like, and where they were at, and what role. Hey, A gunner, gunner.
Yep.
A gunner, ammo man. I can go through everything. I could tell you their PFT scores probably. Now, granted, that's 9 people. The VA has 480,000 people, but the VA secretary does not have a system to account for who is where and what they do. That's a problem, especially when it comes to we need to have a 15% reduction in force. And I think the biggest variable of changes is what happens after the reduction in force. And last thing I'll say, and I'm going to kick it to you, and I am framing it this way just so everyone knows, so it's biased. The VA secretary is admitting he doesn't know who is where and what they do, yet he's responsible for firing 83,000 employees, and he's made this statement at least 8 times now, maybe 15, that veterans benefits, healthcare and benefits, he distincts those, will not be affected. I do not see how that's possible if you don't know who is where and what they do. Now, granted, it's a huge organization. I get it, but I'm not a fan of making these really powerful, strong statements when you just don't know.
Right.
I framed it that way.
Yeah.
Please interpret that as you will.
Yeah, it goes back to your line of we're going to automate the easy claims like tinnitus.
Mm-hmm.
Are you on the same boat? Because something's different here, right? So it could be, it's saying things that I think sound good and kind of are trying to put veterans at ease a little bit without the full information, which he's admitting in this situation that he doesn't have all of the information. Now, from my understanding, right, the reduction in force, right, is government wide. It's not just the VA. And what was thrown out by the executive branch was, hey, look, we need to reduce like 20%. Or 25%, whatever the number was. And so each department goes, okay, well, 20% or 25% or whatever that number is. Okay, here's our number. And what the VA secretary, I heard him say this somewhere, I can't remember where. He said, basically, that's the target. That's the goal.